Hey y'all, it's Sandy with Little House on Metairie. Welcome to my home. If this is your first time here, I just wanted to say hi and welcome you. My name is Sandy and I'm so glad you're here. I have kicked off my Spring and Easter Decorate With Me series. We started out in our kitchen and decorated it in a blue and white color scheme, which I absolutely love. And then next we did our family room, doing a really fun and whimsical pastel color, child-friendly Easter decorating in there. Seeing those two videos, I will link them in the description box below, but this will actually be my third Decorate With Me series, and I can't wait to get started. We're here in our living room, and if you watch me for some time, this is what we call our fancy room. I get to decorate a little bit more fancy, that's why we call it that. This room, I just like to make it beautiful and elegant as possible. This year's spring, we're gonna carry on the blue and white theme. When I decorate this room, I like to start here at the mantle, and as you see, this isn't very pretty. You're not even gonna notice it after I decorate it. I leave this up year round. I like to create beautiful mantles, and this is just my base that I start with. We'll build upon this. I promise it's not gonna look like this. This is where we're gonna start decorating today. So I'm ready to get started. I wanna take you guys along with me, so let's get to decorating. So before we start the mantle, I have one project we need to do together, and that is just to paint this beautiful picture I bought from Dollar General. $10, their True Living framed art. I'm trying to decide whether to keep it like this or paint it gold. So I want to try it just like it is, and if not, I may come back and touch it up with gold. So let's see how it looks before we start doing the mantle. I want to try it out. I do have a basket that I'm thinking of adding in the place of the fleur-de-lis. So let's add both together before we decorate this. That way we know if we do need to go paint this, we can quickly go do it. So this is the basket we're going to hang up there to replace the fleur-de-lis. So I already have a hook above the mirror. I just got some floral wire, and that's how we're going to hang the basket. I have pretty high ceilings, so you won't really notice the wire at all. So now that we hung up the basket and looking at the beautiful picture in the raw wood, I think I'm going to not paint it and just leave it as is. Hopefully you guys agree. I love the color of both together. Next, we're going to add this arrangement. I'm trying to remember the price. I want to say it was $11 or $12. I love the beautiful container that it has. So I want to keep the tulips inside the arrangement and just remove the hydrangea. It's just kind of yellowed, and I have some flowers we're going to replace it with instead. Okay, so I removed the hydrangea, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of see if I can move these around. Okay, much cuter. Next, we're going to add these blue florals. They did come in a bunch. I think I had bought these from At Home, but I went ahead and clipped them individually so I can add them to the arrangement exactly how I want them. Okay, so I bought these beautiful blue vases from Dollar General. They were $5. So I'm just gonna add them on each side. This one on this side, and this one I'm gonna add to this side. So when I decorate the fireplace, I usually always do the garland first and then decorate the top of it. But because I wanted to make sure we didn't need to paint the sign and have time for it to dry, we're gonna go ahead and stop here and now do the garland, and then we'll come back and finish decorating the top. So I'm getting out my trusty eucalyptus. It's just a great base, again, to build on top of. So I'm going to add this first. layer I'm going to use is this light green. I forgot to tell you guys, I bought these from Amazon and this was bought from Hobby Lobby. So I didn't realize I actually had 2 of these, so I went ahead and cut this one up as well, and we're just going to add some more blue inside the container. So I have these hydrangeas I bought from Dollar General. They were $3 a piece. I'm going to just go ahead and cut them up in individual stems and just tuck them throughout the garland. Now we're going to add these white hydrangeas, also from Dollar General, for $3. So I need to save some of the hydrangeas for another project we're going to do in a little bit. So I went ahead and got some tulips, and I'm going to clip them individually and tuck them throughout the garland now. Next, we're going to add this adorable blue bunny. I bought it for $14.99, 40% off at Hobby Lobby this year. Next, we're going to add these tulip stems inside each of the Dollar General vase. And then these real cute flowers I bought again from Dollar General for $1. So I'm going to add those in each vase with the tulips. I am loving how it's all coming together, but now that I stepped back and looked at everything, the basket at the top just needs a pop of blue. So I went and get some ribbon that my daughter had and made a quick bow and attaching it to the basket. To finish off the mantle, I'm adding these beautiful blue candle holders I thrifted from our local Goodwill for under $1 and some of my favorite tea lights inside of them. Next to our electric heater, we have a basket. I'm going to go ahead and keep it out. And we're going to add, it's actually a valance that my mom let me borrow. She has these 2 beautiful ones, and I didn't have time to put them up in my kitchen. So we are going to just use it as a throw here in this basket. And then next, we're going to add just a simple white pillow in the back, and in the front, I'm going to tuck this ticking stripe, a beige and white one. I love the fringes on the outer parts of the pillow. And then in front of it, we're going to add the most adorable bunny I thrifted last year from the old antique schoolhouse. I'm going to add this beautiful tablecloth I thrifted. You might recognize it from my shop with me. I was going to use it for my tablescape, but now we're going to use it here in the living room. Then we're going to add some beautiful hydrangeas inside this really cute scallop basket. I bought it for $10.99 at Hobby Lobby. So I don't have the thick blocks of styrofoam, I only have half ones. So I went ahead and added that packaging paper at the bottom. And then we're going to add this moss on top. Guys, this stuff is so messy if you ever worked with it before. And I don't want it to go all over the beautiful tablecloth. So I went and do it over the trash can and then came back and voila, it's all done. Next, we're going to add these blue and white hydrangeas. And I'm just going to randomly stick them all over inside the basket till it's nice and full. Now that the arrangement is all done, we're gonna put it right here on the side, and next to it, I'm gonna add this really cute, I think it's just a sewing basket, but I bought it from Goodwill for $3.99, but I love the color, and I thought it'd be cute just to add some things inside. So I spray painted these eggs, that chalk paint that we used in my son's room. We're gonna use the wicker eggs. I think I bought those from Hobby Lobby, and then a beautiful white cross I went take off of my wall. I'm gonna add that ball in the back so I can rest the cross sideways, and then next we'll add all of the eggs. The basket, we're going to add this really cute rabbit. I think this was bought from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but it's been a while, guys, so I apologize, but I love the little button and bow. I have this French country book. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. I love the rustic charm inside of it, so I'll give you a quick glimpse of it, but I thought it'd be a great thing to add, just to add another pop of color to the coffee table, and then we'll place the rabbit on top of it. Show you my little couch models. This is your first time here. This is Belle, our baby, and this is Daisy, her baby. Just the sweetest, most loving dogs. So I hate to disturb the little nap, but now we're gonna add some pillows to the sofa. So let's add these beige ones first. I know it's just kind of beige on beige, so nothing too exciting, but we're gonna add some blue and white pillows in front of it. So next I'm gonna add these. I had actually bought these from TJ Maxx this year. They were $19, two of them, so a good price. They're the 18 by 18 inch. I love the print on it, and I knew it would match perfectly in here. It brings out a little bit the darker and the light blue, so I think it's gonna be perfect in here, so I'm gonna add those next. I'm gonna add two of them on the larger couch in front of the beige pillows. And then to the left seat, I'm adding just the blue and white pillows. And then we're gonna get a lumbar pillow to add in the center of both. So these I've had forever. I love the fringes on them. I think they're so cute. So I apologize. I don't even recall where I've gotten them because that's how long I've had them. But I'm placing one here on the sofa and the other on the left seat. We're going to add a second pillow ticking stripe that I added in the basket to this chair, and I am loving how everything is coming together. So before we move on, I just want to give you a quick glimpse. Okay, so now we're gonna decorate this corner cabinet. Come a little bit closer. So the first thing I like to do is add something to the top. So we're gonna do that first, and then we'll add something inside all of these shelves. But first, let's decorate the top. So I'm going to add this basket. We'll kind of dress it up. I think I bought this from either Hobby Lobby or Home Goods, maybe even TJ Maxx last year, but I love the basket texture and the little bunny ears. Neighbor had given me a lot of faux greenery, so let's add that first, and then we're gonna add some tulips inside. Now that the top's done, let's style the first shelf. So I'm going to keep the plate rack, and then I'm going to add this thrifted plate. I love the colors in it. It's just going to match the blues, but also pull in a lot of pops of colors that reminds me of spring. Next, I'm going to add some blue candle holders. I'm going to add the smaller one here that I bought from Dollar General for $6, the larger for $8. I need to remove the tag from the candle holder, but first we're going to add this thrifted basket that I bought last year. On this side is where we're going to put the candle holder now that it has the tag removed. And then we're going to add this adorable bird's nest on top of it with some faux eggs. So if you watch my spring kitchen decorate with me this year, I said in that video I thought I had bought some blue and white napkins, and I thought I had bought them from TJ Maxx. So in that video, I was explaining that I was going to decoupage some eggs for the kitchen and living room with these blue and white napkins that I thought I had bought. And when I didn't find them in the TJ Maxx bag, I just assumed that maybe I didn't buy them and just dreamed I did. So long story short, I ended up buying them at Kirkland's. So when I opened up the Kirkland's bag, I said, oh, I did buy them. And y'all, look how perfectly they match the pillow. So my daughter and I got to work and decoupaged these eggs. And although we didn't get to decorate with them in the kitchen, we're able to decorate them here in our living room. So if you never did the decoupage, it's so easy. You just peel off the top layer of the napkin and Mod Podge it on any item that you can dream of. So today we did these mini eggs and some larger ones, and I can't wait to use them in the little bird's nest. So on a side note, before we use them, I wanted to show you the darker and lighter ones. I do prefer the ones that were done on white eggs, but I didn't think I had the napkin, so I spray painted these eggs blue, and I was just going to use the blue and the white. But unfortunately, I had already spray painted them, so this is what we ended up with. Now I'm adding 3 of those mini eggs on top of the bird's nest. On this shelf, I'm adding this thrifted basket, and then y'all, I'm adding the cutest rabbit candle holder. Look how adorable this is. I bought it for $7.99 at Home this year, but I love the daintiness of it with a little blue bow. So I'm adding a blue candle to match, and I'll probably come back and trim the candle later so it doesn't scrape the top of the other shelf, but we'll do that later because in the meantime, we have a basket to decorate. So I added that packaging paper to the bottom of this basket so that everything didn't sink to the bottom. I'm adding those Mod Podge eggs me and my daughter made, and I filled in the rest of the space with those jute rope eggs to fill up the basket. Speaking of baskets, how adorable is this one with a rabbit holding it? I bought it at Ross for $7.99. And I want to add it to the bottom shelf, but first I want to put some faux florals. So we're going to add these beautiful blue ones I bought for $1 at Dollar General. I just rolled up the stems like this to fit it inside the basket. We'll use it later at the bottom shelf, but I wanted to go ahead and dress this up while this shelf was empty. On this shelf now, we're going to add this faux plant. I bought it for $12.99 from Home Goods, and I knew it'd be a perfect arrangement to use for spring and into summer. And on each side of the plant, I'm adding these white bunnies that I spray painted last year in a white matte finish. To the bottom shelf, I'm adding a larger version basket that we added to the top shelf. I love the sweet bows on front of them. And then next to the basket is where we're going to put the sweet arrangement we made earlier. And then on this side, the taller version of this candle holder I bought from Dollar General, and then another bird's nest. And then we're going to add 3 more of those Mod Podge eggs inside of it. So next to the cabinet, I have this tiny wall that we're going to add these 2. I bought 2 of them, this one and this one from Hobby Lobby this year. They were $2.99 a piece, but 40% off at the time that I bought them. They may even be 50% off now. So I do need to come back and patch up all my holes, so try to overlook that, but I'm gonna just hang them each on the nail. And then I may come back and hide the nail with a little ribbon. But let's see how it looks before we do that, if we even need to do that. Okay, those are cute. But they do need that ribbon, so I'm going to go make 2 really quick and just hot glue them on top of each nail. The ribbon I bought from Dollar General this year as well. So my awesome sister-in-law had given me some of these lampshades, and they were a little bit darker, so I had them out for fall and winter time. But now that it's spring and almost summer, I want to switch them out with the original ones that came with this lamp to lighten things up. Now that we switched out the lampshades, it's time to decorate this side table. First, we're going to add this beautiful vase that was my grandparents', and then inside of it, I'm just going to add some Real Touch tulips. Next to the vase, I'm adding this really cute bunny tray. I bought this last year from Walmart. It was a darker color, but I did the oven cleaner method and made it look a little bit more vintage, and it's a perfect place to put our remotes. On this side table, we're going to once again remove the darker shade lamp and add the lighter one in its place. Next to the lamp, I have our diffuser, and I'm just going to freshen it up with some new water and then add our springtime blend that I used in our family room. If you watched that video, I made this stock blend with the essential oils, lemon, geranium, and grapefruit in one bottle. So if you're like me and you like to use several diffusers, you can pre-make a bottle, which is pretty easy, and I'll link that recipe in the description box below if you'd like to make some for your own home. I added this beautiful crystal, I call it like a plate, or I don't really know what it is, maybe a candy dish. A friend of mine actually blessed me with lots of stuff that was her grandmother's, and that was so kind that she thought of me, and this was one of them. So I added the diffuser on top, and then I'm just putting it to this beautiful blue color to usher in the spring. And y'all, it smells so good. I am a certified aromatherapist, and I love incorporating aromatherapy in my home for each new season. Next to the diffuser, I added this cute bird cage and some Walmart Easter eggs. I did decide to switch out the two things that I had on the end tables. I added the bird cage and the diffuser on this side of the room. It's just prettier when you walk in it to be able to see it. And on this side table, I added the vase with flowers and the bunny and remotes, which we sit in the chair and use the remotes on this side of the room anyway, so it made sense. On this wall, which is the entrance into our kitchen, we have two sconces. So I just added a blue bow, tied it around these LED candles, and I love just the simplicity of them. Now we're going to decorate this entertainment center. I know it's outdated, but I still love it. I love the details on it. I do wish it was open shelving, but I do have one in the center to work with. So let's start decorating that one. And we're going to add this beautiful blue and white box I bought from Home Goods, and then this strand of a spring garland I bought from Michael's. I think it was last year on clearance, and I've been waiting patiently to use it. I only have one of them, but I love how it's simple, and I can string it across the top of this shelf. On top of the box, we're going to add this cute bird planter I bought from Walmart last year, and next to that, we're going to add this adorable bunny that I was blessed with. To her little arm, we're going to attach this basket. I went ahead and switched out the flower that was in it before. It was pink to this blue one. And then next to it, we're adding some candles from Hobby Lobby, and inside of them, some more of those blue candles. And then we're going to just take the garland and just kind of string it around throughout the candle holders and the bunny. On this side, we're adding another candle and candle holder. I decided to add this adorable bird's nest right here next to the candles and nestle this bird inside of it. And then I did decide to go ahead and switch out the bunny with the box and put the box in the center and dress it up a little bit more with this wreath, then place the bird back in the center of it. On this side of the entertainment center to the top shelf, we're going to add another one of those adorable bunnies that I was blessed with. This is the little mama, and then next to it, I'm adding this thrifted basket. On the next shelf in the middle, we're going to add two faux books I bought from Hobby Lobby, and then next to it, I'm going to add one sideways so that we can put this cute planter I bought from Walmart this year. It was $5.98, and I love the cute little cracked golden egg. To this bottom shelf, I'm adding this fleur-de-lis vase, and then next to that, I'm going to add this adorable mama and baby bunny. I think this is just the sweetest. On this side of the entertainment center top shelf, we're going to add the Daddy Bunny. I think he's so adorable with his cane and glasses. And then we're going to add a larger basket that we added on the other side for Dad. Of course, he needs the larger one. To this middle shelf, we're going to add two of these thrifted books, and then this really cute bird one, also thrifted. And then on top of that, we're going to add this cute gold pot with this faux plant that I bought from Walmart, I think last year or year before. To this bottom shelf, we're going to add this adorable, I don't even know what it's called, guys. I'm just going to call it a little planter that, again, I was blessed with by a friend. It was her grandmother's. And then we're going to add this adorable, I'm going to call it the little girl bunny with her cabbage. Then for the finishing touch, I'm just going to tuck some tulips inside this planter and then add some more of those Dollar General faux blue flowers. So before we look around the room and see how it all came together, including a close-up of the entertainment center, I wanted to give you a peek into this corner of the room. Excuse the scratches on the door. We actually had a Christmas tree up in this corner and it did mess up the door, so I need to repaint. But as you see, it is gone. So I did decide to take it down. If you've watched my channel for quite some time, I had a tree in this corner and would decorate it for every season. And although it was fun to do and I'm a little sad, but I was ready to take it down and keep things simple again. So now I have this corner of the room, so I was able to hang these beautiful pictures I wanted to give you a peek at. I love the scenery on them. So those were my friend's grandmothers, and I'm so grateful that they asked me if I wanted to go through some of her beautiful things. She loved to decorate. Now I'm so honored I get to display some of her beautiful things in our home now. Let's tour the room and see how everything came together for this Easter and spring. In the evening when the sun sets, I'll give you a quick tour of how it looks when the sun sets and everything is all lit up.
Baby ferns uncurling, every living thing. together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it, put back together. You could call it a vision. You could call it a vision.
So we are multitasking today. It is dance competition season. So as I am filming, my daughter is practicing. She is working really hard on her turns. So I wanted to give you a peek. Friends, I sure hope that you enjoyed this Decorate With Me here in our living room for this Easter and spring season. I always enjoy getting to take my friends along with me. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to our Little House on Metairie family. If you love all things seasonal decorating, seasonal aromatherapy, DIY, thrifting, upcycling, hit that subscribe button and be sure to press the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Until next time, friends, bye for now.